Productions. I hope everyone is doing good. So today I'm going to explain you guys some interesting thing. So that is a standard robot framework in A360. So organization to organization, this framework might change. So but no, like when I come across different bots and different organizations, I just thought of show this standard simple framework. Maybe you can add on top of it different things to make it more robust. So let's see what are all the different things we can use as part of the standard robot framework. So if you are visiting my channel first time and if you are watching my videos first time, please do like, share, and subscribe so that whenever I upload videos, you will get the notifications. Don't forget to hit on bell icon and enable for all notifications. Okay, let's move on to today topic. So as I mentioned, going to show you some standard robot framework. So let me quickly introduce you something. So this is my bot home folder. Under that, I have a configuration folder. Under that, there is a config file. So the bot is, trying to create all the structure, whatever which I mentioned as the standard. Under this, even the folders it is going to create, and then it's going to create a run log, everything. So let's see. I already created a task. Uh, the reason is like if I start doing it, now maybe it end up with maybe more than half an hour or 1 hour. So that is the reason I just created a task already. So I'm just going to explain each and every thing from the task and what are the things which needs to be keep in mind. So let's move on. Here is my task which I created. So even I have applied error handling also for this particular task or particular standard framework. So I just kept everything in one step, which means the step activity is used to group the different types of actions. So I just kept all of them in one step, and the process logic will be under another step. If you have something different, you can take it in different steps. So there is nothing in my process logic currently, and let's go with the standard framework and see what are all the things is available in it. So if you can see there are different steps again inside it that are let me quickly show you. Yeah, that are system health check and then read config. Even some folks, just to not to make it more complicated or more complex, I just kept everything in a single task. In general, you can create this entire thing in a subtask. Even you can create this entire thing in a subtask. So likewise, you can follow whatever the way you want. But not to make complicated here, I just created a simple single task which explains all these things. So we have a system health check and then read config and then initialize variables and then create folders if not, and log file creation and then files cleanup. So this is what I was just thought of do it. Maybe a few folks might include something different also. Find out the environment, something likewise. So maybe this is sufficient to create a better bot with respect to all the standard things. So let's see what are all the things which is available in health check. So if you can go to health check step, so there I was checking a system variable which is the CPU. I'm just checking greater than 90%. So what happened? The reason why we kept it is if the CPU utilization of the respective bot account is more than 90 or increased, more than 90 or 90, maybe the functions or the applications inside the respective, mission is going to be slowed down. It causes failures of the bot. So rather going with the execution when the CPU reaches greater than 90, or there would be some threshold you can keep it. If sometimes the threshold is 80, that time also maybe the applications may not respond well. So you can change this particular, you can change it, let's say 80 or 90 or 95, something, whatever you wish, you can do it. So that what I can do is I can just uh, check if the CPU utilization is more than 90, then send an email, and then I can use stop task, so that it will stop the task. Okay, it will stop the task. So the why it's required is, as I mentioned, if the CPU utilization is more, the bot is not the applications are not going to respond well to for the bot, and it is there would be possibilities for the failure. So let's stop it. So it sent an email. It says warning, CPU utilization limit reached. So some custom message will be kept it, and it will send an email and it stops the bot. Say here I just applied only for CPU. A few folks will apply for RAM also. Let's say RAM reaches more than 90%. So something likewise they can implement, and some drives, some drive reached, let's say CRD, whatever the drives reached some X percentage of utilization. Let's stop the bot and trigger a email, something likewise. So you can apply such a things here. And the next one is read config. This is as usual, like here there are two variables we need to consider. So one is AA path. So what I given in AA path is the basic application path, which all the bots store, all the bots are going to store in my physical local system. Okay, this is till YouTube. If you can see here, C drive under users admin desktop YouTube, and then project name. So project name would be whatever the project name that I just given. Here you can see standard framework, and then slash config files and config.xml. So this is the only folder which supposed to be there from the beginning, and this is the file, it should be there, and we can continue with the rest of the things. Because if this file is not there, this is kind of very critical for the bot to start its execution, right? So that is where I just created a config file path in a single variable. I just kept it config file path, and then I just read it, and then I just loop through as usual. If you seen my previous video on how to read the config file or how to use config file, you will understand about this config, how we can read it, all those things. So this is the task, standard task to use for kind of framework we used for reading the config. Maybe you can use a separate subtask for this, and then initialize the variables. So here is the point now. So let us say as part of the bot, there are some standard folder structure you used to follow all the times. Whatever the bot, it doesn't matter. You have to follow some standard structure. Let's say here run log. So all the logs related would be stored. Let's say the bot, whenever it runs for the day, for the entire day, there would be a single file which clearly state when it has started, what has happened. It is a custom log. Whatever the way you want, you can build it accordingly. So it is the run log. So it usually it's trying to create a run log folder, just a folder location. This is, and this is input files location. This is also one folder. This is the run log folder, and this is the input files folder, and this is working file location. So if you are keep on working on something, you can keep them the files into that. And then there is a, templates location, and there is the status files locations, and then there is a temp location, and daily reference location. There are different initializations. Okay, and post the initialization, I have another process or another set of code to create a folder, these folders whatever mentioned, right? So for that I just used another sequence of actions. So here I am just checking the run log location folder. does not exist. If this particular folder does not exist, let's go ahead and create, right? So this is if condition. Under the if, you can use as file. There is a folder exists or folder does not exist condition. You can use that. This is a simple thing, no complications. And you can use the action name called create folder, and you can use this. So very first time when the bot runs in the respective environment, this is going to be executed. When the second time it runs, since the folder is there, this is not going to be executed. And then I just used for temp location. Temp location, I'm just checking whether this folder is there or not. If the folder is not there, that is going to create it. So and then working files, same creating, and then status I'm creating. So likewise, I'm just creating. So all the folders which are not there, we are creating for the process. Okay, now it is completed. Then the final one, uh, final before one, like log files creations. So how we can dynamically create a log file for each day. So for the entire day, all the logs will be stored in it. So if you can see it here, I was just created a log file name. So that is we run log location, that is the path, and file name will be log underscore project name, which is the bot name, underscore system date and time, which is the CSV, and assign it to log file. So then I am checking whether this particular file is there or not. So previously I checked the folder exist condition. Now I am checking file does not exist condition. If this log file is not present, then we are going to create it. So the header, basic header is timestamp, mission name, process name, comments, error line number, and error description. This is the standard header information. If you want to keep something different, you can keep also. Instead of comments, you can say status. So, or you can mark something different. If it is a warning related, then you can say status as a warning. If it is error related, then say error. If it is the information related, you can mark it as information. So whatever the way you want, you can keep the headers, and you can write your things. So then I just used log to file command. In this, I clearly mentioned so the project name and the bot started process. So something like that I just mentioned, and then I use the cleanup. So every time the bot runs, it do the cleanup. So it clearly says the log, and then temp location I am doing the cleanup, and then working location I am doing the cleanup. Okay, this is it. So if there are some errors, right, then it is going to be executed. Let's try to execute and see whether it is going to create as we expected, the folders here, and then it's going to do the cleanups, all those things. We'll do one thing. I will keep some message box in between so that I can make a pause and I will show you how it works. Sorry, I'm in variables. Mm, Create false. I will just keep a message box. Verify folders. I'm just keeping it message, and then once this pops up, I will just place after verifying this, I will place some files to make sure this is going to. I will do one thing. Verify log file. I'll just keep one more message box. Just keep it here. Verify log file. This is just for our acknowledgement. And then after verifying the log files, I will wantedly keep some files in temp location and working file location. Let's see whether it is going to be deleted or not. I'm just running it. So this is the place where it's supposed to create the folders. And once the successful scenario completed, then we'll see failure scenario will wantedly generate a error and see how it is going to trigger an email. Since we are applying error handling, that will be taken care. If whatever the error comes, in the try block that will be catched by. So there is something going on. I think now it is open the Excel file, which is the read config is executing. And now you can see the folders were created, run log were created, and the status file was created, temp is created, working folder is created, and the input files is created. Now if you can see inside the run log there is nothing, verify log. So now log is also created. If you can open this, we can see the standard, what I can say, the header. Let's close this. So let me do one thing. I will place some files wantedly to temp and just wantedly taking few files and keeping it in temp as well as I'm keeping it in working folder. So we are using a cleanup task. So that is why it is going to be cleaned up. Yeah, see, it is done the cleanup. Oh, temp is still there. Let's see why the temp is not happened. So temp location. Okay, this is okay for each file in a folder. Working. Okay, I just named it as a temp, but it is given as working. That is why. Let's do function F2 with temp location. Yes, save it. I hope I given okay file location and then file location. This is not the one. Function F2 with temp location. Temp location and files in each folder. Okay. Let's see before we rerun it. Let's see the log how it created. So let me expand it. You can see the bot has started at this time and mission which the bot is executing this one. Process name standard framework bot. Comments started standard framework process started. So and then files cleanup started, completed files cleanup. So something like that, everything will come. So let's do rerun. What I can do, sorry, what I can do from temp again, I will copy few things to working. Okay, let me rerun it again. So this will help for the folks who are interested to learn how we can use standard framework related things in A360 or whoever learning automation anywhere. So it will help for them. Maybe it's not helpful for the experts who already working on you know A360 or A11.x version. So it's created, verify log is created, and then let's see. Okay, working is deleted, and let's see temp is also deleted. So it's working as we expected. Let me do one thing. I will do one thing. I will, is it possible to rename this? Say one also. Okay. Now, uh, now the bot is trying to, you know, create or do something with that folder, but the folder is incorrect and it's not able to find it in that machine. So then it is going to be errored and it is going to be catched here and it is going to trigger an email. So you can generate the error scenarios wherever you want. Just it's a negative scenario testing. So I think I given trigger email to this mail ID hithikaproductions@gmail.com. See, it directly went to here 74. It's going on 70. That is the send email. Okay, it's completed. So let's see. Yeah, I got it. So you can see critical error. Hi team, please fix below error and rerun the bot. Error line number 9 and error message is unable to find this folder because I already kept it one here, so it's not able to find this folder and it's not able to find this file. And thanks and regards, the standard framework. Okay, okay. I think I'm done for today thing. Not sure where it went. So, guys, I'm done for today topic, which is the standard robot framework. As I mentioned in the beginning, this is the base one. Like if you want to implement some extension, you can do it. As I mentioned again, organization to organization, they follow different approaches and different things as the standard framework. So I hope this helps you to understand on standard frame robot framework, and even it helps you to implement in your real use cases. If you like the video, please do like, share, and subscribe the channel so that whenever I upload a new videos, you will get the notification. Don't forget to hit on bell icon and allow notifications for all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.